In this presentation, I would like to discuss two forms of Chinese script. First is oracle bone script, and the other script is Chinese phonetic script. You're now looking at an example of oracle bone script. This is the oldest form of Chinese writing, dating from the 2nd millennium BCE. Its earliest form is known as oracle bone script. Roughly 40% of this script can be recognized by literate Chinese persons today. Conversely, significant numbers of these characters are unintelligible. The second form of Chinese writing I wish to discuss is Chinese phonetic script or Mandarin phonetic characters, Zhuyin Fuhao. This system is a form of alpha syllabary, which was invented in the early 20th century. Each form of which relies solely on the alphabetic principle, which holds that each graph letter can signify a single sound. Ferris and Hancock classify Chinese characters as logographic (opaque). As Ferris and Hancock note, Chinese characters have only minimal phonographic elements, phonetic derivatives, which seldom provide readers with enough information to pronounce words based on logograms alone. Although parts of a Chinese character may indicate a portion of the character's sound, there is almost no relationship between the sound and the written forms. It would take me a great deal longer than 5 minutes to discuss the ins and outs of this situation. As I noted earlier, the second form of Chinese script is the Chinese phonetic script. It's an alpha syllabary invented in the early 20th century, each form of which relies solely on the alphabetic principle, which holds that each graph letter can signify a single sound. In the beige squares, underneath the large bo character, are the 37 letters in the phonetic alphabet. Going from right to left, top to bottom, they read bo po mo fo, do to no lo, gu ke hu, ji ti shi, and so forth. What I'm now showing is a small portion of text from a book in which the Chinese characters are marked with the Chinese phonetic symbols to their right. It's a very easy way of reading Chinese. The Japanese have a similar way of annotating text for their classical texts. Ferris and Hancock do not mention an important characteristic of written Chinese, namely how it is committed to and retrieved from human memory. Chinese characters are not written willy-nilly, but rather top to bottom and left to right. When you see native Chinese speakers trying to remember how to write a given character, you will see them using their dominant hand to write the character on the desktop or in the air. I hope this has provided you some interesting information about the Chinese written language. It is a gigantic subject, one I know I will continue to find fascinating as long as I live.